Fear of failure is something nearly everyone experiences at some point in their life. It's a feeling that sneaks up on us quietly but can be incredibly powerful. That little voice inside that whispers, what if I mess up? What if I'm not good enough? What if I disappoint myself or others? Sometimes, it's so loud that it stops us from moving forward entirely. Imagine standing at the edge of a new opportunity, a new job, a dream project, or a big decision, and suddenly feeling frozen. That's fear of failure in action. It's natural to want to avoid pain, rejection, or disappointment. But here's the truth that's often hard to remember: failure is not the enemy. It's a part of life, a part of growth, and a crucial step on the path to success. Think about some of the most successful people you know or have heard about. Almost every one of them has faced failure. Thomas Edison, for example, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine how many times he could have given up but didn't. Or take Oprah Winfrey, who was told she was unfit for television early in her career and faced countless challenges before becoming the icon she is today. Their stories have one thing in common: failure didn't stop them. It was just part of the process, a stepping stone toward the goals. Failure teaches us more than success ever could. When we fail, we learn what doesn't work, what needs to change, and how to grow stronger. It's feedback, not a final judgment. Each time you stumble, you get the chance to get back up, try again, and do better. The problem is, fear of failure often tricks us into thinking that failing means we're not good enough or that it's the end of the road. But really, the only true failure is in not trying at all because of that fear. Facing the fear of failure takes courage, but it's one of the most important steps anyone can take. It means accepting that uncertainty and mistakes are part of the journey. It means saying to yourself, I may fail, but I will learn and keep going. It means understanding that your worth is not tied to a single outcome or mistake. When we stop fearing failure, we open ourselves up to possibilities. We become free to explore, innovate, and grow. We start to see that success is not about never falling, but about rising every time we fall. If you're feeling stuck because fear is holding you back, try this. Take a moment to imagine the worst-case scenario. What's the absolute worst that could happen? Often, it's not as scary as our minds make it out to be. And even if it is hard, remember that you have the strength to overcome challenges, learn from them, and move forward. Another helpful thing is to celebrate small wins along the way. Every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Each time you face your fear, even if you don't fully succeed, you are growing braver and more capable. It also helps to change the way you think about failure. Instead of seeing it as something negative, try to see it as a necessary part of learning. Like when a child learns to walk, they fall many times, but each fall teaches them how to balance better. At the end of the day, the fear of failure is normal. But it doesn't have to stop you. You are capable of more than you realize. The road to your dreams might be bumpy, but it's worth traveling. So if fear is whispering doubts to you right now, take a deep breath and remind yourself, failure is not the end, it's a step forward. Be kind to yourself, be patient, keep going, and know that on the other side of fear lies growth, strength, and success. And let's be honest, none of us starts out fearless. That's a myth. The bravest people aren't those who never feel fear, but those who choose to move forward anyway. They feel the fear, and still show up. They put their ideas out there, speak up even if their voice shakes, and take the leap even if they're unsure where they'll land. That's what growth looks like. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Sometimes, the fear of failure isn't even about the actual failure. It's about how we think people will see us if we fail. The embarrassment, the judgment, the disappointment. But when you let other people's opinions dictate your decisions, you're handing over the keys to your own future. The truth is, most people are too focused on their own lives to dwell on our setbacks. And the people who matter, the ones who really support you, they'll admire your courage far more than any false image of perfection. They'll cheer you on not because you never fail, but because you never quit. Think about this: what if you tried, and it did work? What if you took the risk and it led to something better than you imagined? What if failure was just the doorway you had to walk through to reach your breakthrough? We often imagine failure as a wall, but maybe it's more like a mirror. It reflects what we still need to learn. It shows us what's working and what's not. And if we're willing to pay attention to the lesson, we come out stronger, sharper, and more prepared than ever before. You may fall 7 times, but that 8th time, when you rise again, that's what will define you. So give yourself permission to be a beginner. Allow yourself space to try, to stumble, and to try again. Dreams are not achieved in one flawless move, they are built, one imperfect action at a time. When fear starts creeping in, remind yourself of every hard thing you've already made it through. You've already survived challenges you once thought would break you. That strength, it's still inside you, and it's ready to carry you forward. Start with one small step. Not a giant leap, just one move in the right direction. Maybe it's making the call, sending the email, writing the first page, or saying yes to something you've been scared of. You don't have to be fearless to do great things, you just have to be willing to take action even while afraid. In the end, the most successful, fulfilled, and purpose-driven people aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who failed forward. They used every experience, every setback, and every fall as fuel to keep going. So the next time fear of failure tries to hold you back, remind yourself, you are not your mistakes. You are your comeback. You were made to rise, to grow, and to keep showing up. And on the other side of that fear, that's where your greatest growth is waiting.